Okay, I've cleared the deck. So now what I want to do is cover this board in sand to give it a base. That is the plan. I'll be putting some of this yellow cheap poster paint down, sprinkling a section of sand down, let it go off slightly, and then I shall do it with a 50-50 normal mix, water washing up liquid, and I'll probably spray some alcohol on as well, just to get it to break through, because sand can sometimes clump up, so just to break through it a little bit. So that's the plan. So that's all I've been doing, is putting the yellow paint down and then sprinkling this, well, not sprinkling, really rubbing it in to the paint, and then it's giving that good effect. And then I'll go over with the alcohol and glue it down, and that should give me a nice sandy base. Okay, that's that, straightforward. So painted yellow paint, rubbing the sand, it's play sand. Got that for $1.49 because the bag was split from home Wagons. So $1.49, big bag of sand, rubbed it in to the paint, and then gone over with the alcohol spray, and then 50-50 PVA and washing up liquid, and that should dry. All right, and that'll give me a good base, and then I can put the track back on, screw that down, and then that's a good start. And also, I'm not messing about this time with the rocks and that. I've actually got some real rocks, so why not? So there you go, that's that. I don't think I've shown the board construction because originally I was going to do trains, and then I did scale electrics, and now I'm back to trains, so I didn't show the board construction. But basically it's a standard construction with the braces across all the way, and then the legs going down into a frame onto the floor, and then bracing on the sides, and then it's connected to the floor, and it's connected to the back of that wardrobe, so it's a nice solid structure. It's 8 foot by 4 foot. I put it at 4 foot high, so I have plenty of room to store Christmas and Halloween attic-y stuff. And that's what's allowed me to actually have a bigger board. As we always discuss, if it was to have to be taken to bits, the good thing with that track is that it can be just unscrewed. I'm not altering it, I'm not cutting it, I'm not snipping it. It's just basically going to be screwed to the board. That's why I wanted to do the surface first before the track, so it doesn't affect the track. The track's not going to be stuck to the board or anything else, so it'd be a matter of removing it, taking it to bits, and then it's just taking the boards to bits. Whether the boards can be reused or not, I don't know. If you move somewhere else, could get new boards, but it was all about protecting the actual investment over the board. So it would have been nice to keep the foam down for the sound, but I wasn't confident at all that the sand would stick to that foam. I know that it will stick to this. It's tried and tested thousands and thousands of times by everybody, so that's why I've gone for the plain board. So it's the first time I've done it without the track. I usually put it around the track, the scenery, but that's strong enough to take it. It'll fit on, and I can also, you know, if there's any bits what are not letting it sit too true to the track, I can just rough it off a bit and get the track down nice and solid. But there we go, we'll wait for that to dry, but I think that looks convincing enough as a desert scene. I would say so. I'm happy with that. Okay, that's back together. I think that's a bad effect. Maybe when we get some bits of scenic in, but definitely gives it a desert look. This has actually come out better down here. I did that a bit wetter. Anyway, I like it. So we get some green in there and bits and bobs and some more little rocks and all things like that. But yeah, it's dried all right. I'm just starting to add some bits and bobs now, bits of green, twigs and stuff for kind of deserty woodland area. I'll keep adding and adding and adding bits and bobs slowly to bring it a bit more to life. And the idea is it's going to be a road that goes from around here, round and all the way down to the end. And then I want to put some little calling bits on the roads as it goes. So at the moment it looks like a line down there, but that's because there's a lot of theming going to be going on this side of the road. I'm just waiting for me 4 more pieces of track now to come, so I can complete the track. It's coming together. So these are the screws I'll be using to secure it to the board. And they just fit in there nicely. A little bit long now because I was going to have the phone. So if I got away with something a bit shorter, that'll be okay. It fit in there nicely. As soon as that other bit comes, I'm going to screw all this down nice and secure. That's the one good thing with this track. Already made, isn't it? So the plan now, so like I say, it's going to be all about what I've experienced in America with roadside attractions and things like that, what I love. So I'm just recreating something along them lines. So it'll have like an old west area, and then like a dino park, and then some kind of alien structures, fossil canyon, sort of like a canyon with some fossils and things, sculpture canyon. I've seen some figures and stuff what I think would look quite good for a canyon, and then TP campgrounds area. So it's a bit of fun this, and but it's basically my creation of, you know, the last 4 times that I've been and done Route 66 and roadside attractions and things in California and that, and I wanted to bring it together on a railroad, on a model railway. So that's the plan. So something like that. Whether I can fit all that into that space, I don't know, but we shall see. So these have come today. These are my 3 flat wagons. They've come. There's some big logs on there. I don't know where I found them from. But anyway, looks alright. So that's enough for me to be able to do a bit of shunting if I want to. I can swap out between them and them. So just fit nicely. I have ordered an old Hornby 00 backstop, so I'm going to try and jig that on there somehow. Just couldn't get any backstops without them coming from America, so bought one of them for about £8. So that should fit there. Let's stop that. that's it. So you do it on your plan, and then you got to try and fit in everything what you've said onto the layout, but it should all fit. So this will be where one of the canyons will be, this area that will represent that, and then the road in. I have to have some kind of road coming in from here to access this, so I'll have a main road down to here, and then if you've ever been to America, you have like a sandy road into the canyons, and this will all be that area. And then we're gonna go road straight down there, and then got a low relief station, so that'll fit on the back wall, and then the Old West will fit in front. They're low relief as well, but you're not going to see them from this angle, so they're not going to take that much room up. So low relief, I'll just back them off, and then down to this end. This will be the Fossil Canyon, and then the dino area will be there. I'm going to move these rocks because I want to put a tunnel in here. That will be the gold mine, and then I'll have the alien thing here, structure here. Yeah, so that's all right. So these, yeah, so these will get moved and repurposed, probably over here because I've got nothing going off here, so they'll probably go there, and then I'll have to make a tunnel here. So yeah, so it's all going to fit. I'm looking forward to doing that. So I've ordered everything, everything's coming. It's all found stuff off Temu, eBay, all sorts of places. Because as much as I pay for the track and the trains, everything else, you can do stuff on a mega budget. None of the scenery stuff never costs me all that much money. But yeah, it'll come together. So I'm going to leave it on this video, and then hopefully when I come back, I'll have got a load more parts in the track to finish off that. I'll go and I can get some trains running. And that's it for now. Thanks for watching.